Welcome back. In the previous steps, we implemented the HTTP call, and when we click get welcome message, we get your customized welcome message, hello world change. That's cool. We're able to get some text from the backend, show it on the front end. That's wonderful. But what if something goes wrong? What if the server is throwing an exception? What if there's an error when you are calling a specific service? How do you handle that? Let's see what would happen right now when there is an error on the server. I'll comment this out and I'll take a shortcut. Throw new runtime exception. Isn't it exceptional? Throw new runtime exception and say, okay, some error has happened. Great message, right? Some error has happened. Contact support at so and so. Okay, let's say this was a properly customized error message which is coming up from the server. Let's say this is the thing which is present right now. When I say get welcome message now, what would happen? It gets an error response. Let's refresh the page again and now click get welcome message. What would happen? You'd see that there's an error. So it says get 500 error response. But the user has no signal that some error has happened. You don't expect the user to go to the console and see the fact that there's an error, right? So you don't want the user to be doing that. You'd want user to be having a visual representation of what's happening. You need to tell the user something really went wrong. How do we do that? The way we can do that is by using the subscribe method. The subscribe method, the first parameter is the function to handle successful response. You can add in another parameter to tell what should happen when there is an error response. So I can say handle error response. And over here, what I can do is I can pass in error. Now, what I'll do is this dot handle error response. The handle error response method is not yet defined in here. So let's do that. Handle error response for error. And let's handle that in here. So what we would need to do, I'll say this dot welcome message from service. I'm taking a shortcut in here. The ideal way you would do that is by probably adding a error message at the top. So you would go to the welcome.component, have another div at the top, which would be shown only if the error message is active. So you would have a star ng if is equal to error message. You might have another variable in here saying error message, and you can populate that. For now, let's just take a shortcut. I'll just say this dot welcome message from service is equal to error. Let's look at the error object which we printed earlier. I've not saved this yet, so it would give me an error object. So this is the error response which we get. If you look at the structure of this, it says error dot message. Before doing this, what I'll do is I'll do a console dot log error and console dot log error dot error and console.log error.error.message, just to confirm that our reading of the entire thing is right. Refresh this page. Now I'll do a get welcome message. So what we are seeing is this is the response, this is the response.error, and this is the message. That's cool. So we are able to get the message. Over here, we just need to fix a little bit of stuff. So over here, it should be error.error.message. Let's refresh the page. Get welcome message. Some error has happened. Contact support at so and so. So now when there's an error, we are showing this text out. This is the way you can handle error. What we are doing in here is we are defining a common error response. So we are saying when there's an error, do this. What we did in here is we created another parameter for the subscribe method defining how to handle the error. So when there's an error now, what would happen? It would call the handle error response. Let's comment out the console.logs. We don't need these anymore. What is important for us is all the stuff which is present in here. Let's comment out other things which are present in here as well, so that we don't really have any logs out there. What we have is when there's an error, we would show it in here. Ideally, we should have shown it in a different block at the top, but that I will leave it to you as an exercise. For now, we have reused the same thing for the success message and the error message as well. I'll see you in the next step. Until then, bye-bye.